just have one thing I wanted to add this evening. I did have some comments that I wanted to address to the mayor. Unfortunately, he's not here, so I will read a statement that I prepared, but I will address this with him in person as well. Before I joined the committee, I did want to make some remarks. So last Sunday, the article I read in the Cuyahoga Falls News Press, it was titled "Reopening of Front Street," was reviewed by City Council, and it mentions that we will not be receiving the federal grant. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because on page 10, the mayor did state that the grant was never part of nor included in our financial plan for Front Street. Again, he did state that the grant was never part of nor included in our financial plan for Front Street. However, back in April, we were given this pie chart that was titled "Downtown Cuyahoga Falls Circulation and Economic Transformation Projects Budget." Clearly, the Tiger Grant is included in this. And additionally, I did want to mention that I went to the city website, and you will find under Stage 1 of Planning, bullet point 8, that the city was seeking financial sources that were including grant dollars. So I just didn't want to make the public aware of that because the mayor did make a statement that was in the Falls News. To pretend that the grant was never part of this particular plan for Front Street, in my opinion, was not entirely accurate. And my frustration, I want to make sure that moving forward, that we are all on the same page, and we are communicating so that we communicate to the public the facts of these topics. Because at the end of the day, we should be functioning as one team.
During the question period of this meeting, Councilman Pilata asked what the odds were of receiving the Tiger Grant. Mr. Guerra responded that there had been 6,727 grant applications in the previous round of grants, and that only 381 had been awarded. He again emphasized that this was a very competitive grant and that less than 10% of the applicants got funded. To put that in perspective, over 90% of the applicants do not get funded by the Tiger Grant dollars. After hearing about the competitive nature of the Tiger Grant application, Mr. Miller made a motion to bring up the temporary resolution for the favorable motion. During the last council meeting, Mr. Miller held up a pie chart and alleged that council was provided that information as a budget for the Front Street project. What he failed to mention at the time was that the pie chart was pulled directly from the Tiger Grant application presentation that was given to council on April 18, 2016, and showed what the budget for the opening of Front Street would look like in the event the Tiger Grant was awarded. For Mr. Miller to present the pie chart as our proposed budget was not only irresponsible, but speaks directly to his inexperience. Discussions and planning for the opening of Front Street were underway well before the potential Tiger Grant dollars were announced by the federal government. Studies have been conducted, community meetings had taken place, and information had already been obtained regarding the potential for a historic district. We knew before the announcement of the potential Tiger Grant dollars that we have an important decision to make regarding how we will proceed with the economic development of our downtown. We could choose to invest millions of dollars in renovating the existing pedestrian mall, creating no opportunity for economic growth or viability, or we could choose to follow the advice of those that conducted the market studies and the developers who are ready to invest in our downtown and open the pedestrian mall to vehicular traffic. We are committed to the rebirth of our downtown to provide new economic opportunities for our city. We want to capitalize on the market share that exists because we are in the middle of a transportation hub, but that market share is currently unattainable due to a lack of investment, visibility, traffic, and on-street parking. We know that developers of both the Falls Theater and Hotel have committed to redeveloping property on Front Street and have done so on the condition that the pedestrian mall is open. We know that the Ohio Historic Preservation Office stated that they would not recommend the area being placed on the National Register of Historic Places if the street is not open. This is an opportunity to create economic growth through a retail market, better traffic flow, and historic preservation. This is the economic lifeblood of our downtown. We have an important question to ask ourselves, and that is if we want a successful downtown. If we think that a thriving downtown is important, then this is what we have to do.